Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Bloom and Create. I am so grateful with Karen and her team for thinking of me to be part of this beautiful scenario of sorority and self care. Before we begin decorating something on the outside, I want to invite you to gently turn inward for a moment because today is not just about creating something pretty, it's about reconnecting with the part of you that wants to bloom, to express, and to create from a place that feels real and alive. I'm so happy you're here. So take a deep breath, arrive fully into this space, and let's begin this experience together. So I'm going to ask you to do something very simple. Place both feet flat on the floor. Gently lengthen your spine and take a deep breath with me. Inhale, hold, and let go. One more time. Inhale, hold, and release. That's it. Now you are centered and ready. Because what we are going to do today isn't about learning something new, it's about remembering something that you already know. Now, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Erica Navarro. I am a California licensed marriage and family therapist, and for over 18 years, I've been walking alongside people through their deepest moments of transformation. But beyond the titles, I want you to understand my mission. I exist to help women, especially Latina women, remember who they are, beneath the guilt, beneath the trauma, and beneath the cultural silence they were taught to carry. Because so many women learn how to be everything for everyone else, but slowly lose connection with themselves. And I don't just know this professionally, I know that personally. I've been in that place, doing all the right things on paper, showing up for everyone, building a life that looks successful from the outside. Over the years, I worked with hundreds of incredible women, strong women, capable women, women who hold everything together but struggle to feel their feelings, dissociated from their bodies. Women who built a life but not necessarily a life that felt like theirs. And here is what I've learned. Your purpose is not something you find when everything is finally in order. Your purpose reveals itself when you are brave enough to listen, especially when things feel unclear. My work is about helping women reconnect with their body, their story, and their truth so they can reclaim their nervous system, their power, and their joy. This is not just for themselves, but for the children they are raising and the world they are shaping, because I deeply believe this. When a woman becomes a whole, she heals generations. And I'm not just saying that as a therapist, I'm saying that as someone who is living that journey. So if you are here today, I don't think it's random. Something in you is already ready to stop surviving and start remembering who you are. And this is the space we are going to open together. So go ahead and open the first page of your workbook. You will see a section that says, how am I arriving today? I want you to answer it without overthinking it. If you had to describe your emotional state right now in one word, what would it be? Write it down. Or just get inspired with the images that I'm showing here. Which number you would choose. Now ask yourself, where do I feel that in my body? In your chest? If you choose happiness or excitement or sadness, where do you feel it? In your stomach? In your throat? In your shoulders? Mark it, draw it, however it comes. This matters because you can discover your purpose from a place of disconnection. Purpose doesn't start out there. It starts here in the body that carries your whole story. Now let's look at this. We often believe that finding clarity requires changing everything, a new life, a new path, a new version of ourselves. Now I want to ask you something. Who are you actually listening to? Because we live in a world that is incredibly loud. Opinions, expectations, comparisons, but only three voices truly matter. One is your inner child, second is your wisest self, and you today. Your inner child knew what made her feel alive before she learned to doubt herself. And your 80-year-old self already knows what truly mattered, what was never worth the suffering. And you, right now, standing in between both, with the power to listen and to choose. Now go to the next section of your workbook, your inner child. I want you to write what made you genuinely happy at 8 years old. Not what were you good at, not what made sense, what made you feel alive. Write it down. Now ask yourself, when did I leave that behind? And why? Your purpose is often not something new. It's something you stopped allowing yourself to have. Now let's talk about your why. People don't connect with what you do, they connect with why you do it. And your why is not a strategy, it's your story, your wants, your way of seeing the world. Now look at the four circles in your workbook: what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, what you can be valued for. Most people approach this from the mind, but purpose is not found in analysis. It's found in sensation. So as you look at those circles, ask yourself, which of these feels alive in my body? Not logical, not safe, alive. That feeling is your signal. Now we go deeper. Open to the question sections. Take your time with this. Why do you get out of bed in the morning when there is no obligation? Why does this path matter to you? What would feel like a betrayal of your soul if you never did? What would feel like a betrayal of your soul if you never did it? When you have felt most alive, not in the loud moments, in the quiet ones. What experiences broke you and also opened you? Because purpose is often born in the breaking. What have you survived that has become your wisdom? Remember, your scars are maps. What do people come to you for? What do they see in you that you sometimes don't see? Now breathe. You don't need perfect answers. You just need awareness. Your purpose is not something you find once, it is something you choose to embody every day. In small decisions, in how you speak, in how you show up. It is a practice. And the most powerful version of that practice is living as if you are already her. The woman who knows who she is, the woman who trusts herself. She already exists inside you. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they try to do everything at once. Too many ideas, too many voices, too much pressure, and that creates chaos. But the real path is simple: one person, one vision, one direction. That means alignment first and clarity next, and action from there. Go to the final section of your workbook. Complete this sentence. My purpose feel like not perfect, not finished, just honest. That honesty is where everything begins. I want to leave you with this. Your purpose is not pressure, it is direction. It's not something you need to prove, it's something you are learning to allow. And when you allow yourself to reconnect with who you truly are, you don't just change your life, you change how you love, how you show up. You change what the next generation experiences. This work is never just about you, but it always begins with you. And before we close, I want to offer something very special to you. I'm going to gift a free somatic work session, also called biodecodification, to 5 women in this room who feel ready to go deeper. In this session, we don't just talk about what you feel. we work directly with the body. Many of the emotions you have been carrying, stress, anxiety, sadness, even anger, don't just live in your thoughts. They live in your nervous system, they live in your body, and over time, they can show up as physical symptoms: tension, fatigue, digestive issues, tightness in the chest, or that constant feeling of being overwhelmed. In a somatic session, I guide you to safely access what your body is holding without forcing it, without re traumatizing it, and allowing it to release. When the release happens, your system begins to regulate. You feel lighter, clearer, more grounded. And many times, people experience a deep sense of relief that they didn't even realize they needed. Not because we fix something, but because we finally allow the body to complete what is being holding for so long. So, if something in you feels called to that, I invite you to stay open. We will share how you can participate. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing yourself today. And most of all, thank you for being willing to remember who you are.